The secret money transfer system created 800 years ago. What was the biggest problem of trade in the Middle Ages? Money, because money was gold, and carrying gold meant inviting bandits. Along the roads, there were bandits, thieves, and pirates. When a merchant set out on a journey that could last months, he sometimes carried his entire fortune with him. One single attack could mean losing everything. It was in this period that the Knights Templar appeared on the scene. At first, their mission was simple: to protect Christian pilgrims traveling to Jerusalem. Pilgrims often faced serious dangers on the road, especially being robbed by bandits. The Knights Templar came up with a very simple but radical idea and turned it into a system. A merchant would go to a Templar fortress in Paris and deposit his money. In return, he would receive a document. But this was not an ordinary receipt. It contained hidden marks, codes, and special symbols. With this document, the traveler could continue the journey. And hundreds of kilometers away, in another Templar fortress, he could withdraw the same money. In a sense, this became the earliest form of modern money transfer, even a kind of encrypted transfer. To operate such a system, a vast financial network was required. You needed properties and fortresses throughout the network. The Knights Templar owned nearly 9,000 properties across Europe and the Middle East: France, England, Spain, Jerusalem. All of them were connected. Without realizing it, a massive financial network had formed inside the medieval world. The most interesting part, however, was the documents themselves. Templar receipts were not just pieces of paper. They contained hidden signs that guaranteed security. Each document could be verified. For this reason, some historians describe the system as one of the earliest cryptographic methods in financial history. As the system grew, the Knights Templar gained enormous power. Even kings began storing their wealth in Templar fortresses. But power can also be dangerous. The King of France, Philip IV, was deeply in debt to the Knights Templar. On October 13, 1307, he gave a secret order. Knights Templar across Europe were arrested at the same time. The order was destroyed. It is said that shortly before the arrests, 18 ships left a French port. Because the true treasure of the Knights Templar was never found, many believe it was secretly transported away on those ships. October 13th, 1307 fell on a Friday, which is why some believe the superstition of Friday the 13th began with this event. The treasure and secret documents of the Knights Templar were never discovered. And the Knights Templar left history as one of the first institutions to become a military, religious, economic, and political power at the same time. Why do you think the treasure and documents of the Knights Templar have never been found? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.